Welcome or Swagatam in ffbmd channel, and you are being learning computer with seeing the beautiful natural greenery sites of Indian cultivating field or Bharatiya cultivating khet. The Hindi word of field is khet, and in this lecture I am going to talk about C programming language and see some it's discussing the characteristic features of C programming language. We see some its history or history of the development. It is C is a high level general purpose programming language developed by Dennis Ritchie and Brian Cunningham at AT&T Bell Laboratories in 1972 for writing the Unix operating system. Although it is developed between 1969 and 1973, its first publication occurred in 1978 in the form of a book titled The C Programming Language. C Programming Language. And this book fondly called as K and R C remained in an formal specification of C language for several years. With increasing popularity of C, ANSI appointed a committee to standardize C language. The recommendation of the committee were ratified as a standard ANSI X 3.159 1989 Programming Language C, and this standard came to be known as ANSI C or C89. The International Organization for Standardization (ISO) ratified the ANSI C in 1990 with few changes as ISO /IEC 9899 is to 1990, and this standard is called C90. Later, with advent of C++ language and its own standardization process, ISO and ANSI revised the standard by adding several new features and ratified it as a ISO 9899 is to 1999, and this standard is called C99. Many programmers preferred C to other programming language of that time like COBOL, ALGOL, PL1, Fortran, Pascal, and APL. And soon C becomes the most popular programming language of that time. The popularity of C is due to its some feature, and I am going to discuss these features here. It has the virtue of a high level programming language that is mainly machine independence with the efficiency of an assembly language. It is reliable, simple, and easy to use, and it is reliable, simple, and easy to use. It supports user-defined data types for flexibility, greater flexibility in programming. It supports a rich library of functions that programmers can use directly to code their application efficiently. It supports modular and structured programming concept. So while writing a C program to solve a problem, the problem may be broken into a smaller tasks. A function may be written to solve each task, and the C program may become a group of functions that are linked to produce the problem solution. It provides low-level memory and device access features, making it suitable for writing system programs. It supports pointer with pointer operation. This feature allows programmers to access memory addresses directly where variables are stored and to perform bit level manipulation of data stored in memory or processors. Or a processor register. It is a small and concise language providing only essential features. Since a compiler can translate a C program into an efficient machine language code. Several international standard bodies have standardized it, making C programs easily portable from one system to another system, that is one computer to another computer. Now we see mm, some term used in C programming language, or some word used in programming language, like character set. There are 93 characters allowed in C programming language, and with which we write all C programs. They are uppercase alphabets, which is 26, lowercase alphabets, which is 26, digit like 0 to 9, which is 10, and special characters like tilde, exclamation mark, at, percentage, hash, caret, and asterisk, parenthesis, underscore, dash, etc. And these are 31. So total character used in C is 93. Now know the about the constant. A constant is a value that never change, like 15, 8, minus 256, and 10,000. These are constants. The three primitive types of constant used in C are, that is supported in C are integer, real, and character, and their construction rules are as follows. So first we see the rules for constructing integers. An integer constant must have at least one digit. At least one digit. It can may be positive or negative. If no sign precedes, then we have to consider it as positive. Other than a positive or a negative sign, it cannot have any special characters such as decimal point, comma, or blank. By default, the allowable range of integer constant is from minus 32,768 to 32,767. Integers could be further qualified as short or long. Whereas the allowable range of long integer constant is the allowable range of short integer constant is minus 32,000 or minus 32,768 to 32,767. 16 bits storage is allocated to a short integer, whereas the allowable range of long integer constant is minus 2147483648 to 2147483647, that is 32 bits storage is allocated to a long integer. Now rules for constructing real constant. Real constants are also known as floating point constants. The two forms used to write real constants are fractional form and exponential form. The construction rules for these two forms are as follows. First one is the fractional form. A real constant are also known as floating point constant. Now see the fractional form. A real constant must have at least one digit. It must have one and only one decimal point. It can have a negative positive sign. If no sign precedes, it is positive. Other than a positive or negative sign and a decimal point, a real constant cannot have any special character such as comma or blank. For example, like 5.3 plus 12.367 minus 0.521. Now exponential form. A real constant in this form has two parts, mantissa and exponent. The character small e or cap e separates the two parts. Hence the exponential form of 0.006934 is 6.934 e dash 4. We construct the mantissa part of a real constant in exponent form by rules for constructing real constant in fractional form, and we construct the exponent part by the rules for constructing integer constant. The only restriction is that the allowable range of the real constant expressed in exponential form is minus 3.4 e 38 to 3.4 e 38. Some examples are plus 4.3 cap e dash 8 minus 0.1 e plus 4 minus 2.7 e dash 6, 8.6 small e 5. Now rules for constructing character constant. A character constant is a single character from C character set enclosed within single inverted comma, also called single quote, punctuation mark. Punctuation mark. Example, open quote A close quote, or open quote small a close quote, open quote st close quote etc. Now variable. A C variable is an entity whose value may vary during program execution. For example, In the expression I equals to I plus 5, I is a variable because it can assume different values at different times during program execution. Every C variable has a name and type associated with it. Variable name specifies the programmer given name to the memory area allocated to a variable, and variable type specifies what type of values a variable can contain. For example, variables of type integer can contain only integer values. Similarly, variables of type real, float can contain only real numbers, and variables of type character can contain only characters. Now, rules for constructing variable names. A variable names can have 1 to 31 characters. Being case sensitive programming language, variable names are also case sensitive. Hence, variable names a small n num and a small n cap num are not same. Any combination of the allowed characters may be used, but the first characters must be an alphabet. Only alphabet, digit, and underscore characters are allowed to be used. The only special character allowed is underscore. We cannot use keywords as variable names like I total saving underscore 2007 total underscore price etc. Now, variable type declaration. C makes it compulsory to declare the type of any variable name that a programmer wishes to use in a program before using it. The minimum storage space allocated for each type is also given. In addition to various types of integer, real, and character data types, two other data types supported in C are enum, that is enumerated data type, and void means nothing. Enumerated data types provides an opportunity to a programmer to invent his or her own data type and define what values the variables of this data type can take. Usually, programmers use it to make programs more readable, which helps in reducing programming errors. Void data type has no value assigned and no storage allocated to it. Programmers often use it to define the return data type of function when the function does not return any value. Now see the some data type a programmer can use for declaration like int, short, long, float, double, char, count, semicolon, index, semicolon, principal, semicolon, area, semicolon, c, semicolon, radius, semicolon, etc. Now we see the data types in C used for variable type declaration. For example, data type is int and minimum storage allocated to it is 2 bytes and used for variables that can contain integer constant in the range minus 32,768 to 32,767. And next data type is short. its storage allocated is 2 byte, that is 16 bits, and used for variable that can contain integer constants in range minus 32,768 to 32,767. Data type float, float, float. Minimum storage allocated is 4 bytes, that is 32 bits, and used for variables that can contain real constant with minimum 6 decimal digit precision. Similarly, another data type is long, and allocated memory storage is 4 bytes or 32 bits minimum, or integer constant in the range minus 2147483648 2147483647. Next data type is double, and minimum storage allocated to it is 8 byte or 64 bits, used for variable that can contain real constant with minimum 10 decimal digit precision. Next data type is char, char. Minimum storage allocated is 1 byte or 8 bit, and used for variable that can contain character constants. Next data type is enum. Minimum storage allocated is 2 byte or 16 bit, and used for variables that can contain values in the range minus 32,768 to 32,767. And next data type is void. Minimum storage allocated, that is no storage allocated to void data type, and used for variable that can contain no value assigned. So these are the data types in C used for variable type declaration. So with this I think you enjoyed my computer lectures, that is learning computer with seeing the natural beautiful sights of Indian village. And with this I would like to end this lecture here. जय श्री राम, जय श्री राम, जय सीताराम, जय सीताराम, जय महादेव, जय आदिदेव, जय संकट मोचन हनुमान.